Hello, our wonderful cherished viewers and listeners. We are at the embassies of the Republic of Zimbabwe. We are going to interview His Excellency, the Ambassador of the Republic of Zimbabwe, about the upcoming event, which is the Independence Day celebration. So we are here. Sir, good afternoon, Japan time.
Good afternoon to you.
Yes, thank you. We've had that few moments you're going to celebrate the independence of the Republic of Zimbabwe.
Yes, indeed.
How is the feeling look like?
Well, I suppose it's fair to say that celebrating independence is the most exciting national event of each year, so to say, because the independence did not come cheap. It did not come cheap. A lot of lives were lost to attain that independence. So it's quite exciting. It's a national achievement, yes, but it also calls for some soberness in terms of when one reflects at how the independence was achieved. But in the main, we celebrate it with all that as a joyous occasion, so to say. Please.
Thank you so very much. You said it's like it doesn't come easy.
No.
Some may lost their lives. So it's when it comes to that point, it like mixed feelings, there's happiness and also a little sadness. I think that's how the feelings.
Well, perhaps maybe to say that it calls for deep thought, right, introspection, and resolve and commitment to one's country. Basically, that's what it does.
Thank you so very much. Right, so after the independence,
yes,
can you tell us the achievement of the Zimbabwe as a nation?
Well, maybe it is fair also to say that, before I touch on that, is to say that, see, Zimbabwe's independence was attained after 15 years of, war, the liberation struggle of Zimbabwe. One of the very brutal and bloody liberation struggle that was carried out in the continent of Africa. Yes, other countries attained independence upon through peaceful means, but it was not the same for Zimbabwe. So that's why I say that it was it's quite a sobering moment when you celebrate the independence. You are happy, yes, but you also think what price the independence was achieved. And that said, though, a lot has been achieved since the attainment of independence. I think first and foremost was one, education. The education sector. I think Zimbabwe has one of the highly literate populations in the continent of Africa, and all that is due to the policies adopted upon attainment of independence. Schools and free education availed, and I think that combined with the love of education of the generality of the people of Zimbabwe has seen Zimbabwe's education levels, or literacy levels rather, rising to somewhere above 90% of the population. So I think that's one of the major achievements of independence. The second one also is the health infrastructure layout in Zimbabwe. See, at the bottom of it, you have the primary health care facilities, clinics, and village health workers at the bottom of the ladder. And then you have district hospitals, then provincial hospitals, and then referral hospitals. So that's what has happened in Zimbabwe. I think generally, a lot of our districts have district hospitals. And of course, government is still building more of these. So I think that's one of those two are very fundamental in terms of looking at the population of Zimbabwe. Yes, at the moment, we've had challenges given the measures or sanctions that were introduced against Zimbabwe, such that those areas have not had the best of complements from government resources to keep them 100% functional. They're functioning, yes, but there are a few shortages here and there. So I can say for now that is the challenge that we have had. Then the third aspect, of course, is the famous land reform program that Zimbabwe carried out, where land was fairly redistributed amongst the Zimbabweans, which land had previously been held by a white minority settler regime. So that land was redistributed to the people of Zimbabwe. And I think we're doing very well in that respect. And coupled with current government's thrust in terms of food self-sufficiency, in encouraging greater use of the land and the production of the necessary food for the population. So I think that's what I can say, briefly, that those are some of, not all of, but some of the achievements.
Thank you so very much for letting us know. And I think it's good to be independent, to be liberated, to do something on your own. Yes, and looking at what you have said, it means that the people of Zimbabweans are now enjoying their freedom, and also not the freedom alone, their infrastructure and other resources are also in place. I think it's good.
That's true. A lot of the infrastructure, yes, some of it is old by way of roads and bridges, etc. And at the moment, I think we have a road rehabilitation, national road rehabilitation reconstruction program, where all major roads are under focus, where government has committed and is committing resources to get those roads reconstructed, widened, so that they can take the traffic that is since increased since independence. Bear in mind that at independence our population was about 7 million or so. And today you are talking about what, 50, 60 million or thereabouts, which is almost twice or so what we had at independence. Therefore the infrastructure that was adequate for a 7 million population can certainly not be adequate for a 17 million or so, or 60 million or 50 million or so population of Zimbabwe. So I think that's one area where government is putting a lot of effort. The same thing in terms of irrigation infrastructure, power generation infrastructure, and the ports of entry, as well as the provision of public health institutions. So all those are areas that government is working on. The infrastructure is being improved and rehabilitated, renovated, and upgraded, so to say.
Thank you so very much. We are very happy to hear from the Ambassador of the Republic of Zimbabwe. Yes. Is there any message that you want to put across to the people of Zimbabwe and Africa as a whole? Because we are all happy, we want to jubilate and then celebrate with you at your independence.
Thank you. Well, maybe the message first and foremost is my own country folks. That's to Zimbabweans, both at home and abroad. True, the president has already led in that direction, in that Zimbabwe is developing as of today, focusing mainly on its economic front. And to that effect, government is championing its efforts through the mantra, Zimbabwe is open for business, meaning that all investors are welcome to Zimbabwe. And once they invest in Zimbabwe, their investment is protected, it is free. It can be investment 100% owned by the investor. It can be investment where the investor partners the local Zimbabweans, or partners Zimbabweans in the diaspora, or indeed other fellow Africans in diaspora, and they invest in Zimbabwe. Thus, Zimbabwe is open for business, truly makes the economic environment in Zimbabwe favorable and attractive to the investors. And not only external investors, as well as domestic investors themselves, to expand their investment or to commit to new investments. And also, in terms of development, we are championing development, again led by the astute leadership of the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, His Excellency Comrade Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, which mantra for development says, leaving no one and no place behind. And that, I think it says it all. That development is going to be decentralized, devolved, democratized at the same time, which means that everyone has a duty and obligation to develop. But not only that, that as well is underpinned by one very important message, very important statement, very important philosophy of the Second Republic led by His Excellency President Mnangagwa, which goes thus: apart from Zimbabwe, that no one is left behind, no place is left behind, that Zimbabwe is open for business. However, the country is built by its own people. The country is built by its own owners. And in vernacular, in the local languages, two of which go like Zimbabwe, that's for Zimbabwe rather, Nyika inovakwa nevenevayo. The country is built by its owners. Ilizwe layakiwa nabanikazi balo. Again, meaning the same thing. So that message can be repeated in all the languages, both of Zimbabwe and indeed of the whole continent of Africa. This statement remains true, irrespective of the fact that, yes, it is Zimbabwe that is championing the statement, but it is true to every Zimbabwean, every African, and I suppose every national anyway. So that is the philosophy of today. And that's the message that we should all carry as Zimbabweans, both at home and in the diaspora.
It's really great. Very great.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so very much for today. Yes, the ambassador has made us aware that government is never for one man. So we are all have to get involved. So Zimbabweans, just get involved for the development of your country. And it will attract more investors to come and dine with you. All right, sir, I want to know how you say thank you in Zimbabwean language.
Well, it depends which language you use. So Zimbabwe has, as of today, we have 16 official languages in Zimbabwe. So, not that that is all the languages of Zimbabwe, but at least those are as recognized by the Constitution. Well, maybe one or two or three or so go like this. One is Dinotenda.
Dinotenda.
Yes.
Okay, Dinotenda.
Two, Siyabonga.
Siyabonga.
Yes.
Wow.
Three, Twalumba.
Tolumba.
Four, Roleuwa.
Roleuwa.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Five, Rewoka.
Rewoka.
Yes. So there's so many languages.
Oh, wow. Thank you so very much. Yeah, I'm happy to be with you here today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so very much. Thank you.
So much.
All right, viewers and listeners, you just heard the interview that I have with the ambassador of the Republic of Zimbabwe in here at Tokyo. Yes, thank you so very much. I know you've heard a lot. And then just join us to celebrate and be happy with the people of Zimbabwe. Thank you so very much. Thank you for staying tuned. Thank you.
His Excellency, Joe Aizawa, Member of House of Representatives and Chairperson of Japan African Union Parliamentary Friendship Association. Yes, we were waiting for him to arrive. His Excellency, Koji Yonetani, Assistant Minister and Director General of the First Africa Division of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. His Excellency, Estefanos Ofewoki Haile, Ambassador of State of Eritrea and the Dean of the African Diplomatic Corps. Excellencies, Ambassadors and Heads of Mission, the Deputy President of Uchiyama, Seitosho, distinguished guests, good afternoon.
日本アフリカ連合友好議員連盟会長、衆議院議員相沢一郎様、外務省アフリカ第一課課長補佐、米谷浩二大使閣下、エスティファノス・アフェオキ、ハイレ・エリトリア国大使アフリカ団長閣下、大使閣下および団長閣下、内山清少党の副社長様、ご来賓の皆様、こんにちは。
The Prime Minister, His Excellency Fumio Kishida, Government and people of Japan, I thank them for welcoming us Zimbabweans to their country as residents, diplomats, visitors, and students. Excellencies, distinguished guests, we are still under the COVID-19 environment, and I express our respects to the fallen. The Kazu 1 victims up in Hokkaido and condole with all of the losses of their loved ones.
天皇陛下、皇后陛下、岸田文雄内閣総理大臣、日本政府、国民の皆様にご挨拶申し上げます。私たちジンバブエ人を居住者として、外交官として、訪問者として、学生として受け入れてくださったことに感謝いたします。私たちはまだ COVID-19 の環境下にあり、亡くなった方々、知床半島の数1号の犠牲者、愛する人を失ったすべての人に敬意と哀悼の意を表します。
Welcome to today's proceedings. Today we celebrate our independence attained on 18th of April 1980 after a protracted under these major policy pillars: national reconciliation, unity and peace, revival of the economy, and engagement and re-engagement. Under these, Zimbabwe has managed through the Transitional Stabilization Program into the current National Development Strategy 1, witnessing economic reform, accelerated revival of the economy, increased agricultural and industrial production, and commendable progress in infrastructure investment under the mantra, Zimbabwe is open for business. On engagement and re-engagement, our foreign policy anchor is being a friend to all and an enemy to none. And Zimbabwe is living to this principle, hence our endless calls for the removal of all forms of coercive measures against our country as they undermine and impede development and enjoyment of independence.
その結果、ジンバブエは過渡的安定化プログラムを経て、現在の国家開発戦略1に至るまで経済改革に取り組み、ジンバブエはビジネスのために開かれているという方針のもと、経済復興と農業、工業生産の増加を加速し、インフラ投資にも目覚ましい進展を遂げました。関与と再関与について、私たちの外交政策のアンカーは、すべての人々を誰も敵に回さないことです。そしてジンバブエはこの原則を守っており、それゆえ私たちは我が国に対するあらゆる形態の強制的な措置が開発と独立の関係を損ない妨げるものであるとして、その除去をたゆまず求めているのです。
We strive to develop, powered by the mantra, the country is built by its owners. This rallies all in Zimbabwe and in the diaspora to lead in investing in and developing Zimbabwe. The development approach is nationwide, hence the mantra, leaving no one and no place behind. To buttress this point, President Mnangagwa said, I quote, "We will never tire of reminding you that nyika inowakwa nevatongi nevene vayo, or ilizwe lakiwa libuswe navanikazi, or tire of preaching the virtues of inclusive growth, whose fruits are evenly spread and enjoyed, so no one, no community, no region is left behind or denied. Unevenness breeds division, which undermine our claim to unity, our quest for stability, and the goal and effect of consolidating a unitary state spelled out in our constitution," unquote.
不公平は私たちの統一への主張、安定への探求、そして私たちの憲法に明記された統一国家を強化する目標と技術を損なう分裂を生み出しますと。
In the 42 years, Japan's development support and cooperation constructed dams for communities, drilled boreholes, rehabilitated rural clinics, sponsored community projects, demining operations to reclaim large tracts of land for various communities, constructed Chirundu Bridge across the Zambezi River that links us with the Republic of Zambia, road construction of the North-South Corridor, availed health support and personnel training in the health services, equipment, maternal health care, and COVID-19 protective equipment, humanitarian support to mitigate the impact of natural disasters, irrigation development for communities, and teaching farmers to grow to sell and not grow and sell.
この42年間、日本の開発支援の協力は、コミュニティのためのダム建設、井戸掘り、農村診療所の修復、コミュニティプロジェクトの支援、さまざまなコミュニティのための広大な土地を埋め立てる地雷除去作業、ザンベチ川にザンビアプロアクトとのを結ぶチルンドゥ橋の建設、南北回廊の道路建設、健康支援、人材育成、設備、移民散布の健康管理、さらに COVID-19 の個人防護区、自然災害の影響を軽減するための人道的支援、コミュニティのための灌漑開発、農民への育てて売るのではなく、売るために育てる指導などを行ってくれています。
Japan's support has taken us to training in space Earth observation technology. It has also seen our justice personnel training at United Nations Asia and Far Eastern Institute, UNAFE in Fushu. Japan has strengthened governance institutions in Zimbabwe and processes by availing the biometric voter registration equipment to aid in delivery of a credible vote. And our current government, led by His Excellency Mnangagwa, is a product of this support. Development support nurtures and sustains development and independence. Thus, as we celebrate 42 years of independence, we also celebrate 42 years of fruitful, cordial, and beneficial relations with Japan. In view of all the resolve, the effort, the strides, and the support, I say congratulations, Makoroko to Amso Zimbabwe at 42 years of independence. Long live Zimbabwe. Long live. I thank you.
日本の支援により バブエは宇宙地球観測技術の訓練を取ることができました。また府中にある国連アジア極東研究所ユナフィで司法関係者の研修もこのように独立42年を祝うと同時に日本との実りある友好的で有益な関係も42年間続いていることを祝います。すべての決意、努力、前進、そして支援を鑑みて私はこう言います。おめでとう、マコロコとアップショーペ42年目のジンバブエ独立記念、ジンバブエ万歳、ありがとうございます。
We will now welcome to the podium our guest of honor, Ichiro Aizawa-san.
日本英雄アフリカ連合議員連盟代表会長の自由民主党衆議院議員相沢一郎です。ジンバブエ独立記念日レセプション、心からお祝いを申し上げます。またこうした素晴らしい会にお招きをいただいたことを、心から感謝を申し上げます。英雄議連メンバーを代表して、ご挨拶を申し上げます。
I'm Ichiro Aizawa, member of House of Representatives, Chairperson, Japan-Africa Union Parliamentary Friendship Association. It is an honor and a pleasure to giving me opportunity to address congratulatory message. Thank you for inviting us.
重ねて独立記念日をお祝い申し上げ、この42年間の間、ジンバブエの発展のために努力をされたジンバブエの指導者の皆様に、また何よりも国民の皆様に心からお祝いを申し上げ、また敬意を。日本はジンバブエの友人としてジンバブエの成長、発展、飛躍のためにあらゆる分野でお手伝いをしてまいりました。これからも協力関係、信頼関係をさらに密にしながらウィンウィンの関係を成長、発展をさせてまいります。
Zimbabwe is our Japanese friends, and we have been trying to put a lot of effort for the sake of Zimbabwe, and also to build up strong, make a lot more effort together with all those who are concerning for the sake of Zimbabwe's development, and under the terms of win-win situation. Thank you.
人道や人権を大切にする国として成長発展をされることを心から願っています。今年は8月に、チュニジアを舞台にして、ピカッドアフリカ開発会議が開催の予定です。ジンバブエ政府並びに国民の皆様の理解とご支援を心からお願いをいたします。
And this year, TCAD will schedule to take place in Tunisia this August.
私は、2017年、今から5年前にジンバブエを訪問いたしました。ジンバブエの魅力、可能性、そのことを肌で感じたことを今でも記憶に留めています。またできるだけ早い回に再度、ジンバブエを訪問をしたいと願っています。
I have visited Zimbabwe in 2017, 5 years ago, and the beauty of Zimbabwe attracted and so much potential I was really inspired that I still remember, I can recall those days.
最後に重ねて独立42周年を心からお祝い申し上げ、ジンバブエのさらなる発展、国民の皆様の幸せ、そしてジンバブエ日本ジンバブエ日韓関係の発展、心から、記念をしお祝いの、言葉といたします。
In conclusion, I really like to express one more time 42 years of its independence in Zimbabwe, and we will further build up our strong bonds between our two countries, and for sake of happiness in the Zimbabwe and in Japan, your effort. Thank you so much.
ありがとうございます。
Mr. Isawa-san will be leaving shortly due to a tight schedule.
Thank you very much for the introduction at this important and commemorative occasion to celebrate the 42nd anniversary of independence of the Republic of Zimbabwe, together with you. And thank you very much for the kind invitation by His Excellency Abu Basut on this very nice occasion. I would like to express on behalf of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs the sincere congratulations for this 42nd Independence Day. And I understand that this is the first reception of the National Day that His Excellency Abu Basut is organizing since he's taking the function here in Tokyo. So all the more additional reason for congratulations. The Republic of Zimbabwe occupies a location, strategically important location in the heart of the Southern African continent, and it is the place linking north and south, west and east in this very dynamic region. And it is a pleasure that we, Japan, can support the construction of North-South corridor in this place, and we hope that this kind of effort contribute to the improvement of connectivity in the region, and can work in support of the regional integration effort of the countries in the region. Also, needless to say, the basis for continued development of various countries is the consolidation of peace and stability, and for that objective, the consolidation of democracy. From that point of view, we are encouraged to be able to witness the successful holding of the supplementary election last month held in the Republic of Zimbabwe in a peaceful manner, and we would like to continue to see that the government led by His Excellency Mnangagwa, the President of the Republic, continue to work in the spirit of dialogue and economic reform, and move forward in various agendas of his reform effort. And next year in 2023, we are expecting to see the general election in the Republic of Zimbabwe, and we would like to wish with all the people of Zimbabwe and all the international partners to see the election will be held in an orderly and peaceful manner, and we can witness the consolidation of democracy in this country. So to conclude my remarks, I would like to express my sincere wish to see our bilateral relations between Japan and the Republic of Zimbabwe to develop further in the years to come, and let us join you to wish the great development and success of the development effort of the Zimbabwe Republic and the good welfare of the people. So thank you very much.
We would like to invite His Excellency Estefanos, the Dean of the African Diplomatic Corps, to give his remarks.
His Excellency Air Vice Marshal Suto, Honorable Mr. Aizawa, Member of the House of Representatives and Chairperson of Japan-EU Parliamentary Friendship Association, Mr. Koji Yonetani, Assistant Minister and Director General for African Affairs, Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Japan, honorable guests present here today, Excellencies and dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. I'm taking the floor to extend on behalf of the African Diplomatic Corps here in Tokyo, in my capacity as Ambassador of the State of Eritrea to Japan, to convey our deep felt gratitude and thanks for the invitation extended to all of us by His Excellency Abu Basuto to celebrate the 42nd year anniversary of the Independence Day of Zimbabwe here in Tokyo. Therefore, let me take this opportunity to congratulate on this auspicious occasion the government and citizens of Zimbabwe for their independence. 1966-1965. The white rulers of South Rhodesia, which is the current nation state called Zimbabwe, led by Anne Smith, issued a unilateral declaration of independence which sent shockwaves into the hearts and minds of all Africans because it was a clear defiance to our dignity, right, and request for freedom from centuries of old rule of slavery and colonialism. The people of Zimbabwe defeated successfully this heinous idea through a heroic, protracted political and armed struggle on April 18, 1980. A nation based on equality, fraternity, freedom, and justice was born as a result. I'm a testimonial here because when this event happened, only three groups raised their voice against this. One was a group of students in Ethiopia, in Addis Ababa. I was a member of that group. And we went and occupied the Organization of African Unity so that they make a defiance statement against this. And the second group was Nkrumah and Nyerere, who voiced their stand against this position. So I'm standing here today. Congratulations to Zimbabweans for your victory, and we all wish you success and achievements in your continued relentless nation-building efforts against faced external and internal challenges. Inclusive security of Africa means a better future to mankind. Slavery, colonialism, neocolonialism are outdated and obsolete. We are all proud of you, Zimbabwe, and thank you very much.
タイタス・メネリスワ・ジョナサン・アブバストジンバブエ共和国大使閣下、日本アフリカ連合友好議員連盟会長、衆議院議員相沢一郎様、外務省アフリカ第一課課長補佐米谷浩二大使閣下、エスティファノス・アフェルキ・ハイレエリトニア国大使アフリカ外交団長閣下、ご来賓の方々、大使閣下および代表団長閣下、レディース&ジェントルマン皆様、私はアフリカ外交団を代表し、また駐日エリトリア大使としてアブバスト大使閣下がここ東京でジンバブエの独立42周年を祝う催しに私たち全員を紹介してくださったことに深い感謝と御礼を申し上げるためこの席にいます。心よりジンバブエ政府およびジンバブエ国民の独立を祝福いたします。1965年、66年、イアン・スミス率いる南ローデシア、現在のジンバブエですけど、白人支配者は一方的な独立宣言を行い、すべてのアフリカ人の心に衝撃を与えたものでした。なぜなら、それは私たちの尊厳、権利、そして何世紀にもわたる奴隷制と植民地支配の支配から解放という要求に対して明らかに挑戦だったからです。ジンバブエの人々は1980年4月18日、英雄的な長期の政治・武装闘争によってこれらの巨悪な思想を見事に破ったのであります。その結果、平等、友愛、自由、正義に基づいた国家が誕生したのです。
今後、ジンバブエの大いなる発展、そして我が国日本との友好協力が大きく成長することを記念をそして祈り、皆様と共に乾杯をいたしましょう。
To celebrate 46 years of Zimbabwe independence, and from now on, we still like to continuously develop, pray for development of Zimbabwe and strong bonds between Japan and Zimbabwe's relationship. I really pray for that. To celebrate, please be ready. Propose the toast.
乾杯。おめでとうございます。
Congratulations.
Mikaelu yakauyane chimurenga Chokwadi mwana wakanga zibira Nika yedu yakauya nechimurenga Chokwadi mwana wakanga zibira Kukulugura utangiwa kuzinyirira Wakatanga emakumba uchizomya omagiri Kukulugura utangiwa kuzinyirira Wakatanga emakumba uchizomya omagiri Ona atarangarira magamba Ambuyane andachaminuka sekuruka kuziru Ona atarangarira magamba Ambuyane andachaminuka sekuruka kuziru Ona rohuru zenyika ino Yakatisikira kuti tikutema chimurenga Ona rohuru zenyika ino Yakatisikira kuti tikutema chimurenga
Jafric Radio. This is Jafric Radio. This is Jafric Radio.